YouTube, I am only making one take for this video no matter what. So my family's downstairs. I told them to give me 10 minutes to capture this moment. As today I graduated college, April 29th, 2023. It's a year that I never thought would come. I remember BGSU 2019 fall being dropped off, going to Buffalo Wild Wings with my family. My grandparents were there to see it. And, pre-COVID and all that stuff. And then, COVID happened 2020 spring, and it really sparked a little bit of some discontinuity in my, college path. But, we adapted. And, as a good teacher does, we were very flexible with the plans. And, it's surreal. I mean, it really is. I mean, I'm not going to be able to show you all the photos, whatever. I am making one more video, by the way, capturing like really a last video for BGSU, and that will have some photos, explanations, other stuff. And although it might not apply for everyone, I think that it's still a good video to wrap up, your college experience. 4 years of your life, it's a really, really important time. And I think that right here, I got my diploma case, and it's really, really an honor, to follow through and graduate. And they say under, I believe, 7 or 12% in the whole world have a degree. And I know that includes, other countries, and they had different education systems, whatever. But I still think, just to think about that, it truly is a big accomplishment. And I'm not saying that high school graduation is, you know, of low meaning, but I mean, when you graduate college, like that's when you really get that reassurance, like, wow, I really did it. And it's an accomplishment to be proud of yourself. And anyone else out there who is graduating this year, next year, or has graduated from college, congratulations. I mean, it's a big step towards, your career path. And that's really, I don't want to say that, that's what life's about, but that's what college was about. It's about setting yourself up for, career success and, hopefully lifelong achievement. And I knew a long time ago I wanted to be a teacher. I wasn't sure. I mean, there were sparks of, maybe doing some kind of sports thing or announcing, broadcasting, whatever, but sometimes I, speak too fast, or I stutter, or sometimes my enunciation of words not the best. So I think teaching is good for me, and I think choosing math was one of the best sins I've ever made. I've met a lot of people with this major, and they know. I mean, they know who they are. I'm not going to list every single one, but just the whole cohort, 28 of us, I believe, graduated in math education, 7 through 12, and just to be here for 4 years and really think about everything I've been appreciative of, and the memories, even pre-COVID, through COVID, and COVID's not over. It still exists, but even the post-mask COVID, right? There's been a lot of things throughout this university that I've been really proud of. Being an RA for 2 years and really making the community, the residence halls, thrive, really make it an inclusive and diverse atmosphere for people to be in. And I've met a lot of people through that as well. And even though graduation with my education degree is the goal and the sum of this video, getting that degree, there's still a lot of things that make up those 4 years beyond the academics, with one of them being, again, being an RA. You know, I feel like being an RA for 2 years, it's called a resident advisor. You really help residents, move in, move out in the hallways, day to day activities. You help resolve conflicts, other stuff. Honestly, it's just, you live there. Like, you live in the dorms, and I was there for 2 years. Well, one year, my freshman year, and then COVID happened, and then I moved home for the spring. But then being hired as an RA was a big deal. I mean, they, being an RA, I got free food, free living, and a stipend. Like, they took care of you. Not everyone's gonna get that job. So just having the honor to be an RA and to have those benefits and be, had the opportunity to make a positive impact on students' lives. I guess we'd say residents' lives, because not students, because academically, it's not my. Well, you could help them out with academics. I actually did help out a couple people, but just people I've met, the RA, like, it was 2 whole years of college, sophomore and junior year, that was probably one of my biggest takeaways. And also just my friend group. You know, I was privileged to have gone to this university with my best friend Robbie Barno, and we've been best friends now since about fifth, sixth grade. And we roomed our freshman year and this year, senior year, and just having the opportunity because sophomore and junior was me being RA, just having the opportunity to start off my college career with my best friend at my side was just a treat. And my freshman year, I met someone, you guys may know him of Carpfish, Brady Carpus. Just, I met him my freshman year. And my biggest advice to people who are going into college and who maybe they're in college right now and they're in their sophomore days, freshman year is the biggest opportunity of your life. I mean, you meet so many people, not only just in your major, but around the dorms or the residence halls or community events, whatever. Like Brady and I, we started talking at a dining hall and we just hit it off. And it was probably one of the most natural ways a friend could be born. It wasn't scripted, it wasn't Tinder or I mean that's dating, but like it wasn't this scripted thing. Like I just met him. Like and we just hit it off and we hung out that night or later that week, whatever, and the rest was history. He's hopefully a best friend for life. And meeting him was like, him and Robbie were my one-two punches. And I met a lot of other people, who I consider phenomenal friends. I mean, I can't name everyone, but it's just them two have been a huge part of my life at BGSU. And just having them there was just a treat because I just feel like when you have a great friend group and you have people to lean on, it makes the experience that much more. So stay involved, do what you got to do. And, it's not just the academics. I got a 4.0. I got the orange cap. I got the medallion with Matthew Allen Kennedy in the back, whatever. I got summa cum laude, which is the yellow, whatever, and the tassel is representing light blue for team education. It's far more than getting a 4.0. It's far more than that. I get it. I got A's. I get it. I got good grades, whatever. But having this YouTube channel has helped me a lot to be better at public speaking, be better at speaking. So remember, I stutter a little bit. It's not really a speaking impediment, but definitely there's times where my brain works too fast, and then my mouth can't get it out in time. And that's that math brain. And I think that this YouTube channel, I've met you guys virtually. I wish we could all hang out in person. Go to B Dubs. Watching the NFL games together, whatever. But that's the world we live in. Twitch people, YouTube people, anyone on social media, whatever. We're all friends virtually, and you guys have gotten to know me through my path, my journey. And these last couple minutes here, I'll explain a little bit more here. So the next path now is finding a job. And, there have been some schools that I've applied to where they never gave me an interview. And there's been, my dream job was Strongsville. Strongsville is where I went K through 12. And Strongsville, I will always believe, is one of the best districts locally in Ohio. And they're a suburb. And unfortunately, I do not think I got my round two interview. I think that I could have, I could have given some better answers. I think that there's a lot to me that I still have to grow and I will grow. And that through, being a smart guy and, comical and funny and really finding a sense of humor out of the smallest things in life. And, my cohort knows that, they know that, I can be serious. I can, give the math answers and, be precise and studious, whatever. But there's that part of me that can be funny. There's a part of me where I'm gonna be a jokester, or there's times where I feel like I'm on Impractical Jokers and I'm living the joke day of my life and just having a ball, with Brady, Rob, and Jay and other people that I met in college and all that stuff, and just having that opportunity where just you got to make the most of it. it goes back to academics. Yeah, it matters. Your grades matter, whatever. But really, what matters is do the best GPA that you can, but also remember to have an experience. The Sunday beat ups, the YouTube streams. You know, I could have easily said numerous nights, freshman, sophomore, junior year. And, there's been times this senior year where I actually couldn't stream, but it's senior year that really is upscale stuff with student teaching and the early morning, 6 a.m., whatever. But there's been a lot of times where it's like I just couldn't stream, right? But freshman, sophomore, and junior, like I made it work. I made a schedule for my friends, YouTube stuff, having fun with movies, whatever. And, COVID did help a little bit have more free time because your classes are virtual. So travel time, whatever. And professors were a little bit lenient and all that stuff. But just remember that even through a 4.0 and even through just academic greatness or academical greatness, like it's not going to guarantee anything. My journey's not done. I almost feel like, there's still that chip on my shoulder. There's still things to prove. There's still things to do because, if it was that easy, if I felt like I won life, I would have got my dream job, which was Strongsville. If I felt like and I'm not saying I didn't accomplish anything. I'm not saying that I feel like crap, but it shows you that even through being a personable person like myself, and even through someone who I like to say is pretty intelligent, it still doesn't mean anything. You have to go in there and prove to them as an interviewee, whatever. Like you got to go out there and why should they hire you? Have that mindset, have that culture. Go in there and sell that. Hey, look, yeah, I'm a young candidate, and this goes for any profession, by the way: construction, engineering, musical arts, education, human development, whatever, counseling, whatever. Like it's tough. Like doesn't matter what credentials you have. I feel like it's just there is some luck involved, but also it's competitive. And I think that I'm glad that I did set myself up for success through studying hard, getting good grades, whatever. But just know that it's not the end all be all. Academics, and this is coming from a future teacher, you learn what you want to learn. And it's far more than letter grades. What have you taken away? Unless you go for your master's, which I recommend teachers because you get better pay and also you'll just be a lot better, like knowledge wise in your profession. But you could be done after your bachelor's. Like some degrees, you don't need a master's or a PhD or like you're set for life with the bachelor's. Especially a lot of businesses, besides being CPA certified. And those 4 years plus or minus of your life, you learn as much as you can because once you're done, you're done. Like you've learned the career path, now go do it. And that's why I think really what matters in a teacher, and this is again me specific, are you willing to grow? Are you willing to learn? Are you self aware of your mistakes? And, there's always going to be small things about myself which are my weaknesses. I think sometimes I'm too energetic or maybe again I stutter a bit, I do this and that, but you know I have no regrets at all. And I think that I hope that a school believes in me to be their math teacher. And I'm not sure really what is the next step. I will update you all in my journey, but I will say that it has been a lot more difficult than I ever envisioned. And that's coming from someone, again, with great credentials, a great resume, and a well put together 4 year undergrad career. So this is not the end. It might be the end of an era as a college student for now, but I would like to go on, with my master's or whatever. And I think, really, to be honest, I love school. I love being involved with schools, helping students, helping teachers grow, whatever. And I really feel like my passion for education will go far in this world. And I hope that, just in the most humble way, I really hope that I can get in a great school district because it really is all about where you're placed. Because I know that different majors, whatever, it can mean different things and whatever. But I know for teachers, yeah, you're teaching math. That's what you're doing. But if you teach in this district versus that district versus that versus that versus that, like different areas is a different experience. And I definitely know what I want. I know the atmosphere I want, the culture I want. And I think that if you you should have self respect for yourself. You should go out there and you should just don't sell yourself short. Know that, yeah, you may be rejected from this job or that job or that job, but keep looking. You know, if you know the credentials you hold and you know what you have to offer, don't take a job where it's, so low pay and a bad atmosphere or a bad culture, just to get a job. And I know sometimes you have to for financial reasons, whatever, and I get that, but just if you're young and you're 22 and you're getting your, bachelor's, whatever, do not look away from living at home because even though it's kind of cringe and you're still at your parents, whatever, like you're under your parents' insurance till 26 for a reason. Life's expensive, inflation, whatever. Like you have to understand that, sometimes you have to put yourself first. And, before you go on and do the big things or whatever, sometimes you have to have maybe a setback, an obstacle, whatever. And right now, my obstacle is finding a job, and it's been difficult. But please hope the best for me. And if you're religious, give me a prayer. Whatever. I really hope that I'm able to find a district that believes in me. And everyone at BGSU, it's been an honor. This is not the ending for my BGSU videos. I will make one more video of a speech going over other stuff. But as of right now, this is graduation day. Like this is it. So I want to get a video of me in the cap and gown, and there it is, guys. You know, so to all my fellow educators out there, we never stop growing, and I'm very excited to go on, and this is it. So thanks everyone, and special thanks to BGSU, my family, my parents, my siblings were here, my grandpa was here, 92 years old, and just a lot of things I'm very thankful for this moment. It wasn't just me and a pencil and a pen and paper and turn things in. Like it was faculty, it was people I met, my friends, my family, a lot of things that set me up for success. So thanks everyone. Take care, and I'm gonna go celebrate. Bye guys.